fate of a Broomfield man is now in the hands of a jury. Daniel Krug is accused of murdering his wife at their home.
He was arrested after Krug was found dead inside the garage in their home December 14th, 2023.
Denver 7's Colin Riley was in the courtroom today as the case was handed over to jurors.
I was in court today, and some of the details of Krug's death are disturbing. Court documents reveal Daniel Krug began sending threatening text messages and emails to his wife, Krug, months before her death. We also learned through those documents Daniel impersonated an ex-boyfriend of Krug's, leading her to believe the threatening messages were coming from him and not Daniel. A few months before Krug was found dead, she had reported her concerns to police, believing the harassing messages had escalated and threatened her and her family's safety. Krug had not seen her ex-boyfriend in over 20 years, but he had reached out to her multiple times to meet up. Krug told police the messages would stop when she wouldn't respond. The prosecution argues that Daniel and Krug's marriage was falling apart, and Daniel resented that she would not be with him. They say his resentment turned to rage, and when he felt police closing in, he decided to kill his wife.
This was about Dan losing control. He was not in love with Krug, and that resentment had turned to rage by the time we get to December 14th. Think about what he did to her. You don't do that to somebody you love. Think about the absolute nightmare and hell that he made the last few months of her life.
The defense argues there is no proof that Daniel killed Krug, as no blood was found on his clothes or his vehicle. They say her body was moved, and it would have been impossible for Daniel Krug to keep blood from getting on his clothing. They also say the police investigation into the murder was lazy.
We know the physical evidence, and there is an enormous disconnect between that and the circumstantial picture the prosecution wants you to believe. Mr. Krug did not kill his wife. He did not commit these crimes.
After about 5 hours of deliberation, the jury has not yet reached a verdict and will continue tomorrow. In Broomfield, Colin Riley for Denver 7.